Hello viewers, I'm Srijana, Assistant Professor, Chaitanya Deemed to be University from the Department of Pharmacy. Today I'm going to discuss about a topic like acidity of carboxylic acids. So the definition of carboxylic acid is an organic compound which contains a functional group like carboxyl. So that is nothing but carboxylic acid. So here the name carboxylic acid is derived from the two different functional groups such as carbonyl group, that is C double bond O, and the hydroxyl group, that is OH. So here you can observe in the below I have given a general structure of carboxylic acid such as RC double bond O OH. So here you can observe the carboxyl group as well as the hydroxyl group. These two are directly bonded to each other. So here RC double bond OH is also you can write like RCOOH or RCO2H also you can write. So next, coming to the depending upon the carboxyl group which are present in the compound, they may be classified. That means the carboxylic acids may be classified into monocarboxylic acids, dicarboxylic acids and tricarboxylic acids, etc. So here you know that monocarboxylic acids are nothing but mono means one. So one carboxyl group containing carboxylic acids are called as monocarboxylic acids, and then dicarboxylic acids. So di means two carboxyl groups, tri means three carboxyl groups. So like that, depending upon the number of carboxyl groups which are present in the structure, the carboxylic acids may be called as mono, di and tri. Next, another important point of this carboxylic acid is, so the long chain monocarboxylic acids are also known as fatty acids. Next, we'll move on to the important topic, that is the acidity of carboxylic acids. So here there are a lot of factors which influences the carboxylic acid acidity. That means the factors they may increases the acidity as well as they may decreases the acidity of the compounds. So here first we will move to the important approach of the carboxylic acids explanation, that is ionization. So here ionization is nothing but, so before that, you have to know that the carboxylic acids are weak acids. So here, this carboxylic acids, when it is dissolved in an aqueous solution, they may dissociate into carboxylate anion and a hydrogen ion. In this reaction, you may observe here the RC double bond OH. This is the general formula of your carboxylic acid. So here, this is the carboxylic acid. When it is dissolved in an aqueous solution, that is water, it may dissociate into the carboxylate anion and a hydronium ion, or else RC double bond OO minus and H plus, that is a hydrogen proton ion you may get. So here, when coming to the ionization, the things you may know that here the acid dissociation constant can be explained by means of a formula here I have given. So here Ka is nothing but the acid dissociation constant, which is equivalent to the concentration of your carboxylate anion and the concentration of your hydronium ion or a proton or hydrogen ion, which is divided by concentration of your carboxylic acid. So here, whenever dissociation constant, that is high Ka, which represents the strong acid. That means high acid dissociation constant is nothing but it is a strong acid. Whereas a low acid dissociation constant, that represents the weak acid. So this can be, we can expressed in the form of its pKa. pKa is nothing but the negative logarithm of your Ka, that is acid dissociation constant. So here, where the high pKa, which represents the weakening of the acidity, that means the acidity strength will be keep on decreasing. Where the low pKa value will be there will be a increase in the acidity. That means here low pKa is nothing but your high Ka. So here pKa is nothing but the negative logarithm of your acid dissociation constant. So here low pKa, where the compounds contains low pKa value, that means the acidity will be more. So here high Ka, which is equal to your low Ka. So this is, you can understand the rate of ionization, how the rate of ionization can be explained, the strength of the carboxylic acids. So here this is the equation which we can express the dissociation of your carboxylic acid into carboxylate anion and your hydrogen, or here you can observe hydronium ion. So next, there is an important approach in order to explain the acidity of the carboxylic acids, such as stability. So stability definitely affects the acidity of the carboxylic acids, because if more stable compound in carboxylic acids, it results more strong acid. How it can be influenced, the other means the stability can be influenced the acid strength of the carboxylic acids, you can observe. So here the carboxylate ion, which is formed by means of the stabilization, the stabilization may occur through the resonance structures of your carboxylate anion. How you may get the resonance structure of the carboxylate ion means the effect of the delocalization of the negative charge. So here you can go through the equation. So here this is your carboxylic acid. When it is dissociate in presence of in aqueous solution, here you may get the carboxylate anion. So here what happened? In this structure you can observe how the negative charge of the oxygen, they may transfer from one atom to the another oxygen atom, you can observe. So here you may get two resonance structures. So here in this first structure, what happened? Here the migration of your negative charge of your oxygen from here to here, and here you can observe the conversion of your oxygen into a anion, you can observe in this structure. So here from here to here you may get a negative charge of oxygen, and here this oxygen may turns into your double bond. So this can happen, the delocalization of the negative charge, that means the equal sharing of the negative charge over the two oxygen atoms of your carboxylate ion. So by that you may get the resonance structures. So this can happen from this, and this can be happen from this. So the resonance structures will give the stability of the compounds. So here you may observe the resonance structure, the stable resonance structure of your carboxylate anion. So thereby the increases the acidity you may observe. So here the carboxylic acid is stabilized by the two equivalent resonance structures. So here you may observe the resonance structure. So what happened during the formation of the resonance structure, two equivalent resonance structures? The negative charge may delocalized. The negative charge may delocalized between the two more electronegative oxygen atoms. So thereby you can observe the resonance structure. There will be a stability occurs in the carboxylate anion that may leads to increases the acidity of the carboxylic acids. Next, this is another approach of how the stability, how the acidity may affect. So here, the effect of the aliphatic carboxylic acids with reference to that of the electron releasing groups. Okay, so here the aliphatic carboxylic acids, how the acidity may increases or decreases, you can observe here. So this is the general approach. So the carboxylic acid, it has to be dissociate into carboxylate anion. So here this is the general phenomenon for the explanation of the carboxylate anion formation. So here what happened? Here the main approach in this example, what I would like to explain you is that, so here there is a example. Here this is nothing but 2,2-dimethyl propanoic acid. This is meth, eth, pro. So second carbon containing 2 methyl groups. So 2,2-dimethyl propanoic acid is here, and here we have 2-methyl propanoic acid. So in these two structures, what is the difference? There is an extra methyl group. There is an extra alkyl group in the first structure when compared with that of the second structure. So here 2,2-dimethyl propanoic acid, and here we have a 2-methyl propanoic acid. So here, coming to its acidity point of view, among the two structures, the second structure is more acidic than that of the first structure. Why? Why? Because here you can observe the two alkyl groups on the second carbon of your carboxylic acid. That means this first structure containing two alkyl substitutions over the second carbon. Where in the case of the second structure, there is only one alkyl group you can observe here, one methyl substitution on the second carbon of your carboxylic acid. So what happened in these two structures? The size of, the increase in the size of alkyl groups in the first structure you can observe. So there is a condition where the size of alkyl groups are increased, or increasing the alkyl groups in a structure, there will be a decreased in the acidity. Why? Why? Because the deprotonation, here you can observe H plus, RCOO minus, the carboxylate anion formation will be difficult. In the case of more alkyl groups which are present in the carboxylic acid structure. So thereby the destabilization or the destabilized structure you may observe due to the over involvement of the alkyl groups or the more number of alkyl groups which are present in the carboxylic acids. So that is the reason why here the second structure is more acidic than that of the first structure. So here in this, what is the role of the, what is the explanation of this is the role of alkyl groups. So here second structure containing less number of alkyl group substitutions on the second carbon of the carboxylic acid when compared with that of the first structure. So that is the reason why 2,2-dimethyl propanoic acid is less acidic than that of the 2-methyl propanoic acid. So this is also known as plus inductive effect, or here alkyl groups also called as the electron releasing groups. Okay. So here what happened? The electron releasing groups enhances the negative charge on the carboxylate ion. Thereby that means you can also say that the deprotonation will be difficult. Thereby the destabilization of the structure you may observe. So you know all what happened, then what is the relationship between the stability and the acidity in the previous slide. So more stable, more acidity. So here you may observe the destabilized structure because of the difficulty in the deprotonation. Thereby more negative over the structure you can observe. So all these things which are related to the decreases the acidity in the 2,2-dimethyl propanoic acid when compared with that of the 2-methyl propanoic acid. So here I would like to present some examples along with their pKa value. So in the ionization slide, we all know that more pKa value, less acidity. That means the acidity will be decreased. More pKa value, less acidity. So here we have few examples. Here methanoic acid, ethanoic acid and the propanoic acid will be there. So here methanoic acid to ethanoic acid, there will be a alkyl group increasing in the structure. So from ethanoic acid to propanoic acid, keep on increasing the alkyl group. So thereby the pKa value will be keep on increasing. So there will be a decrease in the acidity. That means here methanoic acid and propanoic acid. Take an example. Here methanoic acid is more acidic than that of the propanoic acid. Why? Because the number of alkyl groups will be more in the propanoic acid than that of the ethanoic acid. So that's the reason why methanoic acid is more acidic and having less pKa value, and the propanoic acid having more pKa value and less acidic. Next. So here the plus inductive effect or plus I effect which is associated with the electron releasing groups, whereas the minus I effect or the minus inductive effect which is associated with the electron withdrawing groups. So that's the reason why it is also called as electron withdrawing inductive effect. So here you can observe the increasing the acid property of the carboxylic acids with that of the substitution or the placing of the electron withdrawing groups on the carboxylic acids. So here, so the same explanation which is related to the ionization. So when the carboxylic acid which is dissociates into the carboxylate anion. So here the substitution of the electron withdrawing group on the carboxylic acids, they may increase as the acidity of your carboxylic acids because of the dispersion of your electronegativity charge on the oxygen atoms. The equal sharing of the electronegativity or the electronegativity charge on the carboxylate anions you may observe in the electronegativity or electron withdrawing groups. So thereby what happened? The distribution of the electronegativity charge over the two oxygen atoms, the carboxylate ion may get stabilized. So there is a relationship between this stability as well as acidity. So here you need to know that electron withdrawing groups, they may stabilize the carboxylate anion by the sharing of the electronegativity charge between the oxygen atoms. Thereby the stability of the carboxylate ion can occur that leads to enhance the acid property of carboxylic acids. So what happened here? The deprotonation will be easy. So here what happened? The H plus ion may deprotonated. The proton, H plus proton can be easily deprotonated by the involvement of the electron withdrawing groups. Thereby the carboxylate ion easily they can the sharing of the electronegativity over the two oxygen atoms, thereby the stability structure may form. The more stability structure will give the more acidity. So here the plus inductive effect or electron releasing groups may decrease as the acidity because of its destabilization, because of its difficulty in the deprotonation. Whereas the minus inductive effect or the electron withdrawing inductive effect, because of it is associated with the electron withdrawing groups. That's the reason why it is also called as electron withdrawing inductive effect. These are again a few examples which can be explained how the acidity can be differed from one compound to the another compound with the involvement of the electron withdrawing groups. The first example, ethanoic acid. So simple ethanoic acid, it is having a pKa value like 4.7. When coming to the methoxy, so here oxygen. So electronegativity. So methoxy ethanoic acid having a pKa value like 3.6. So among these two, ethanoic and methoxyethanoic acid, obviously methoxyethanoic acid is more acidic because of the presence of the electron withdrawing groups which are present in the structure. Then methoxyethanoic acid as well as cyanoethanoic acid. The cyanoethanoic acid is more acidic than that of the methoxyethanoic acid because of here N triple bond C. So nitro atom is there. So N triple bond C. So cyanoethanoic acid. And cyanoethanoic acid somehow weak acid when compared with that of the nitroethanoic acid. So here the effect of the electronegativity atom. So in the previous line we discussed about the electron withdrawing groups involvement in the carboxylic acids, how it will be affect its acidity. And next, coming to the effect of the electronegativity atom on acidity. So obviously more electronegativity atom having more acid property. How means? So here the increasing of the acidity, you may observe the involvement of the more electronegativity atoms. Here from the table we can know that the simple ethanoic acid, and we have fluoroethanoic acid, chloroethanoic acid and bromoethanoic acid. So these are three. Apart from ethanoic acid, the rest of the three examples which is having the electronegativity atoms. So among these three examples, the fluorine is more electronegative than that of the chlorine and bromine. So that's the reason why fluoroethanoic acid is more acidic than that of the chloro and bromoethanoic acid. So this is the effect of the involvement of the electronegativity atom in the carboxylic acid's acidity. So here from this slide, among four examples or among four compounds, you came to know that 4-chloroethanoic acid is more acidic than the remaining three examples because of its electronegativity on the carboxylic acid. And this is another example which is related to same electronegativity atom on the carboxylic acids along with the number of increasing of same electronegativity atoms on the carboxylic acid, how it affects the acidity of carboxylic acids. So here the three examples: chloroethanoic acid, dichloroethanoic acid and trichloroethanoic acid. So here in the last slide we discussed about how the impact of the electronegativity atom on the how the electronegativity atom affects the acidity of the carboxylic acids. And in this slide, the effect of number of same electronegativity atoms, how it affects the acidity of carboxylic acids. So chloroethanoic acid having a single chlorine atom as electron withdrawing group in the structure, and dichloroethanoic acid having 2 chlorine atoms, and trichloroethanoic acid having 3 chlorine atoms. So here among these three, chloroethanoic acid is less acidic than that of the trichloroethanoic acid, because here in the third compound you have 3 chlorine atoms. So 3 electronegativity atoms on the carboxylic acid. So what happened? So more electron withdrawing groups or more electronegative atoms are there. You can observe the better the stabilization of the carboxylate anion. So thereby more stability leads to higher acidity. So that's the reason why chloroethanoic acid having less acid property than that of the trichloroethanoic acid. So you can also observe with respect to its pKa values too. 2-chloroethanoic acid having pKa 2.3 and trichloroethanoic acid having pKa value 0.9. So in the very first slide we discussed about the pKa value. Where the pKa value is high, its acidity will be low. So that you can observe here also 2.3, 0.9. So 0.9 is less pKa value, more acid property. So this is related to, the previous slides which are related to the various approaches how the carboxylic acid acidity will be affects by means of various approaches like plus I effect, the electron releasing group, how the carboxylic acid acidity will be influenced, and coming to the electronegativity atoms, electron withdrawing groups, how the acidity of carboxylic acids will be affected. And next we'll move on to another important approach, that is acidity of aromatic carboxylic acids. So here, when compared with the aliphatic carboxylic acids are less acidic than that of the aromatic carboxylic acids. Why? Because there are the influence or there are effect of two factors which having more acidity, that means aromatic compounds having more acidity than that of the aliphatic carboxylic acids, because of its resonance effect and the inductive effect. So you all know the inductive effect in the aliphatic carboxylic acids, that means of the plus I effect and minus I effect, how it affects the carboxylic acid's acidity. So here the inductive effect is nothing but the transmission of the unequal sharing of the electrons through a chain of the atoms, So here the inductive effect is nothing but transmission of the unequal sharing of the atoms through a chain of the molecule. So that is inductive effect. You can observe in the previous slides with plus I effect and the minus I effect. Whereas another effect, that is resonance effect. So resonance effect is nothing but the delocalization of the pi electrons that leads to the stability of the compound. So obviously there is a relationship between the stability and the acidity. So here stability, resonance effect will give the stability of the compound. There will be a stability of the compound, definitely direct impact on the acidity of the carboxylic acids. So here also inductive effect, also the sharing, unequal sharing of the electrons in a chain of a molecule, with respect to that of the electron donating as well as electron releasing groups as well as the electron withdrawing group. You can observe in the previous slides the minus I effect and the plus I effect. So here from this slide you have to know that the aromatic carboxylic acids having high acidity when compared with that of the aliphatic carboxylic acids, because of the influence of the two factors such as resonance effect and the inductive effect. You can observe in the aliphatic carboxylic acids only the inductive effect, it can be influenced the stability of the carboxylic acids and the acidity. But where in the case of aromatic carboxylic acids, the both factors influence the aromaticity. Both factors influence the acidity of the carboxylic acid, such as resonance effect and the inductive effect. So you know that the inductive effect operates through the sigma bond. Okay, whereas in the resonance effect, the involvement of the delocalization of the pi electrons through the operates through the pi bond. So here there is an example you can observe. Here the simple dissociation. So here your benzoic acid, simple benzoic acid. So here you may get the benzoate ion and your proton, simple proton. So here the deprotonation will be easy in the aromatic carboxylic acids because of the delocalization of your or the sharing of your electrons through the double bond via the sigma, through the pi electrons via the sigma bond will be easy. So that's the reason why the aromatic carboxylic acids having more acidic than that of the aliphatic carboxylic acids, and here the number of resonance structures will be more in the case of aromatic carboxylic acids when compared with that of the aliphatic acids. So in aliphatic acids you can observe in the previous slides you may get two resonance structures, how the carboxylate stable ion will be formed. But here in the case of the aromatic carboxylic acid ions, you may get more number of the resonance structures, the delocalization of the pi electrons through the pi bond along with the carboxylate ion and your aromatic ring as well. So that's the reason why there is another condition here, along with the resonance effect and the inductive effect, there is the more number of resonance structures will give more stability. The more stability will give the more acidic strength of the carboxylic. I am taking a few examples with comparative studies of the acidity of the carboxylic acids. So here, the first example is that acetic acid is more acid than that of the alcohol. Why? Because here the acetic acid can be easily dissociate into the acetate ion and the H plus ion. So the protonation will be easy in the acetic acid when compared with that of the alcohol. The second example which explains about effect of acidity in between two carboxylic acids, one is aromatic and one is aliphatic. So here the acetic acid is an aliphatic carboxylic acid and your benzoic acid is an aromatic carboxylic acid. I already told you in the previous slide is that so aromatic carboxylic acids are more acidic than that of the aliphatic. So that's the reason why, because of the more number of resonance structures you can observe in the aromatic carboxylic acids than that of the aliphatic carboxylic acids. So here acetic acid is aliphatic, benzoic acid is aromatic. So here you can, in benzoic acid you may get 4 resonance structures and here acetic acid you may get 2 resonance structures. So here another example. So here 3-chloropropanoic acid is more stable than that of the 4-chlorobutanoic acid. Why? Because here both electron withdrawing groups. So you all know electron withdrawing groups are there is a stability. But here both are chloro groups. Why the difference between these two compounds with their stability, with their acidity point of view means here propanoic, here we have butanoic. So increasing the alkyl groups, propano 3 carbons, butano 4 carbons. So here the increasing the alkyl groups, that means electron releasing groups, you may observe there will be a less stability because of difficulty in its deprotonation. So that's the reason why propanoic acid, 3-chloropropanoic acid is more stable as well as more acidic than that of the fluorochlorobutanoic acid. Next. So there is a comparison between 3-iodobenzoic acid, then benzoic acid, then 4-methyl-benzoic acid. So here 3-iodobenzoic acid is more acidic than benzoic acid. Why? Both are aromatic. Benzoic acid is aromatic. 3-iodobenzoic acid aromatic and benzoic acid is also aromatic. In these two compounds, the difference is that there is a iodo, electronegativity or electron withdrawing group at third carbon of the benzene ring of your benzoic acid. So that's the reason why 3-iodobenzoic acid is more acidic than that of the benzoic acid. So benzoic acid is simple, benzene, COOH. But here there is a iodine, electron withdrawing group on benzoic acid. Electron withdrawing group is there, a third carbon of your benzoic acid. So that's the reason why 3-iodobenzoic acid is more than acidic or more stable than that of the benzoic acid. And here there is another comparison between your benzoic acid and 4-methyl-benzoic acid. But here you have a alkyl substitution at fourth carbon of your benzoic acid. That is a simple methyl group on fourth carbon of your benzoic acid, the benzene ring. So whenever alkyl group, it is also called as electron releasing group. So there will be a lack of acidity. Alkyl groups are there is a lack of acidity or decreases the strength of the acidity. So that's the reason why benzoic acid is more acidic than that of the 4-methyl-benzoic acid. So in the simple explanation, first compound containing a electron withdrawing group, that is the reason why your first compound is more acidic than that of your second compound. And comparison between the second compound and third compound, the third compound containing an alkyl group, it is also known as an electron releasing group. Where an electron releasing group will be there is a weakening of the acid property. So that's the reason why 3-iodobenzoic acid is more acidic than benzoic acid, more acidic than 4-methyl-benzoic. So that's for now. We'll continue in the next sessions. Thank you, viewers.